Hey everybody, today I'm going to be replacing my old dilapidated fence gate. I replaced it with an expandable chain link fence gate from Everbuilt. And first of all, you want to measure your old gate opening to make sure you get one that's big enough. I went with the expandable one because mine's not like a conforming size that's normal. So I went ahead and got the adjustable gate so I could make it specifically for my opening since it is a double gate. The one side of the gate's fine. The other gate, my dogs jump up on it. It was rusted out. It broke apart. As you saw, is being held together by bungee cords. So it's time to get a new one. So first, I'm making sure all the pieces are in there, checking out what's all in the box. Chain link. You got your posts that you have to cut on the top and bottom. That's how you make it whatever size you want. And it tells you in the booklet what size you're going for and how wide to cut these posts. So I was able to get the sizes I need off of one of my posts. So I kept the one other post just for in case it rusts out in a few years. I don't know how this is going to hold up. I've never used one of these before, so now's the time. And once I drill my self-tapping screw in, you can see right here, I just realized I screwed it in from the top and not the bottom. So the next screw is going in on the bottom. So there we go. So screw it in from the bottom of both. So I suppose that's so the water and rain doesn't get in there. Keep it away from the elements. This next two, I do it on the bottom. Putting this together took me about an hour. And then putting it on the fence took about another half of an hour. This is the tensioner. So there's little holes in the fence frame that you hook that in, and then you pull it up through a S clamp, and then you fasten it to itself, and then you cut off your extra wire. And then if that ever needs to be tightened, you can see on the top there's a swivel that you can spin, and it tightens up this cord. So after this got installed, I did end up painting it. They had a big price difference from the black chain link fence adjustable ones and just these basic metal ones. So I just bought a can of outdoor spray paint for $7, and I ended up painting it after I installed it. It ended up looking really nice. You just need a few basic tools, some wrenches, wire cutter for clipping that cable, and then to make your chain link fence to size, once you roll the chain link out, you just kind of twist the one link out that you don't need and the rest come undone. And I'll show you that here. So you just spin out the bottom, and then it is to whatever size you need. Really easy to do. Just make sure when you pull this rod out, it gives you enough tension. You want it to be tight. Otherwise, the clamps you put on the edges they're not going to have any tension. They're going to fall off. So here, giving it a pull, testing it out. And then you came with these wires that you attach it with on the top and bottom. And then these are the clamps that go on the sides. And then the wires that come with it go on the top and bottom, and then you just snip them. So I get it in there, just twist tie, and then I snip the edges so I don't want my dogs to get cut on there, or myself when I'm opening and closing it. This kit, I left a link in the description below. It was about $75. I went and picked it up from Home Depot. And it, like I said, turned out really nice. When I was trying to fix my old fence just for the brackets for the bottom corners and a new latch and everything, it was going to run $50, just a few parts to try to fix my fence. And I wasn't even sure that was going to fix it because it had rusted in a few spots. So I got an expander tube. That didn't fix it. It still fell apart. See, the piece of junk. Oh, it was an eyesore. So go ahead and take the handle off because I'm going to use this to put on my old gate there. So then it closes on both sides instead of latching it and then grabbing the other gate, if that makes sense. So now each one has a latch. And then I ended up digging a hole and putting a post in that I bought extra, so then they both close on the center post. And again, in the booklet, it tells you how wide of an opening you have. So make sure to measure that opening from where it needs to cover to close on that fence post. It takes the handle into consideration. And then you cut your long bar on the top and bottom to whatever size the booklet tells you to do. Get rid of that old one, put on, I'm using my existing hardware there. It didn't come with those. If you wanted those, it's extra. You have to buy them in the store. So just know that. Just comes with everything it takes for the gate. And the handle was included, the latch. So once I get it on the bottom, scoop it up to the top, and then I go ahead and tighten those. Any kind of wrench will work for that. I just use my adjustable ratchets there on the end of my wrenches. And yes, I would probably buy this again. It came in real handy that I could make it whatever size I wanted to. Otherwise, it would have been stuck Frankensteining it together again, which didn't work the first time, so why would it work the second time? So making sure they close properly. I don't necessarily want them shutting on each other. I want to put a post in between, so there we go. And then I end up digging out a hole with a pot, soil. You'll see what it is. I just punch the hole, get it deep enough so I can pound my post in there a little bit so I can get it real deep. I end up sticking a PVC in there, so then that post will sit in the PVC pipe. And you don't need that, obviously, if you're not doing a double gate. This is just showing you kind of how easy it is to make your own adjustable gate. Works real nice, looks a lot better than the old one. I haven't seen a lot of videos of people putting these together, and this is how it looks. Big difference from how it was. Now my dogs can't get out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Talk to you later.